If you're filming underwater, you can get away with using no lights. If you're in shallow water, once you go deeper, you're going to lose a lot of your reds. You're going to lose color. You can put a filter in, but it's still not as good as having lights. Now, if you're shooting inside a cave or at night or any sort of darkness, well, you're stuck. You're going to have to use lights. There's plenty of different options out there. There's LEDs, there's HMIs, there's HIDs, which are really the same thing, and there's tungsten lights or halogen lights. Halogen lights are great. You're going to need big batteries though. They really suck the juice. I also think you should probably correct the light with a gel, because the light they put out is quite orange, whereas underwater the light's quite blue. So if you can correct the light, they look quite good. However, they're very hungry for power. On the other end of the scale, LEDs use very little power, but they're not really bright enough. Underwater, it's the same thing with boats and aircraft. The more horsepower, the better. The more lights underwater, the better. You really need lots of light in situations. If you're in a cave, you've only got a small light, it's like tunnel vision. You're only going to see, that little beam of light you've got coming from your camera. So big lights, as big as you can carry in there. Now, I use HMIs or HIDs. These are green force squids, and I'll use typically 2 of these on a camera, and I try and keep it really simple. The advantage with these, they give a very wide throw of light. Being a HID, they don't use a lot of power, but they give you a very intense light. The other upside to the green force squid lights is the light they put out in light temperature is about 4.1 to 4.7. Now that's kind of halfway in between your artificial tungsten light and daylight. So underwater, it really brings a lot of colors back. Gives you nice color without making it look overly red or overly gory. So if you can get something like this, which is a nice intense, nicely diffused light and nice and wide, you'll find your pictures will be really, really beautiful. Now the other thing I do with these lights, I keep them on a system so I can always pull them off the camera when I want. Don't get stuck always having your lights on your camera, even underwater. I even run separate battery packs for this reason, so that if I need to, if I'm shooting a shipwreck or something, I can mount this onto something. I can put it somewhere in the background with its battery pack and leave it there, so it'll light up an area when I'm filming at a different area. The other upside to having the lights not on an arm system that you can't pull apart is sometimes I might be filming something here really close. I might want to film a subject right in the middle there with my camera, and I need to get the light right around to the side. You can't do that if you've got an arm system that doesn't allow you to take the light off easily. So I often will use the light independent of my camera. I'll put it in my hand and keep it over here, and I'll follow the subject with the light rather than with the camera. And that gives you a really sort of amazing effect where the light will follow the subject. Kind of gives an eeriness in the pictures, which is really cool.